A podcast with good advice, no, I'm afraid not. What not to do is pretty much all they've got. Their videos online have been seen quite a lot, cause they're from the TV show that had a shit time slot. But will they rise above the pointless shitty chatter? Shine a little light on the things that really matter. Discuss important issues, yeah, I guess they could. First topic up.
Why do farts smell worse in the shower?
Yeah, good!
All right, welcome to Yeah Good. Thanks for joining us. Troy Kinne here with Max Price and Tommy Seagate.
Hi. Hoy.
Lots to get through on today's show. Whew. Now, I just wanted to show you guys something. So I was trying to organise to do a show in Los Angeles, possibly. Americans do not make it easy for an Australian to earn any sort of money in America. So I remember once I was told best way to enter the green card lottery, and then if you do that, you know, and because you sort of think, oh, what are the chances? But apparently it's more of a chance of you getting it than you think, and you do have to sort of prove that you're worthy of being over there. So I had really hammed up and like literally screenshots of anything that makes me look like I've been on TV in Australia. I had a show, I've done this,
So
I've
just
won
out of
this.
curiosity, is that getting you a green card? Is that getting you one trip? Or is it a lifetime green card?
That's like a lifetime or like for a bunch of years. Yeah.
Like that's just a permanent residency, isn't it?
Yeah. So you've really got to prove that you're a bit of a big shot where you are, and they should have you there instead. So I put all this on my resume. You've got to send a resume that's got all this, and then you can upload other items to it, which you just flood with like pictures of screenshots of how many views stuff's gotten. So I'm highlighting myself as this big shot who's just killing it. And then this was like before COVID. It got shut down, the whole green card lottery thing.
Yep.
But now it's back on, and I thought, I'll just resubmit it. I'll do it again. And I looked it up, and I found my old application. They said, it's still here if you want to resubmit. Let me know if there's any changes. And I looked at my resume, and I didn't notice. Have a look at this. Just read for me, Max. The little watermark that's printed across the resume of me being a big shot.
Upgrade to premium to remove watermark.
So I'm trying to play off as I'm this hot shot in Australia who's killing it, and I can't even afford the program that makes the resume to send to them.
God. Oh, that's bleak.
Yeah, good!
Leah and I are big on Amazon, which is they've
forest.
made it too easy.
Yep.
Yeah, the forest. Big fan of the forest. No, the Bezos, Mr. Bezos's company.
As in using it?
Using it.
Buying
stuff.
Okay, right.
Like we sometimes walk around the house. It's actually not a bad idea. We walk together into every room and go into the bathroom and go, all right, soap, body wash. I'll go, the candle here, this. And then we just build a with the Amazon app open
Off Amazon, or
and just
a supermarket shop almost.
It's almost a supermarket shop within the house.
So you would buy your soap through Amazon over getting it delivered from Coles?
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I don't know if that's a hack or anything, but anyway,
it would never occur to me to do that.
No.
But there's good sides to it, and the bad side is it's because it's so easy. We sometimes buy just useless shit, and I want to know.
I'm with you on this.
I want to know some purchases you may have made that you go, what the fuck were you thinking? Purchases. I've got two for us. Leah bought this strawberry leaf picker, which is almost like it's almost like a little pronged. Like tongs, but two other sides, so it kind of clamps.
Oh, right.
So it kind of
is it like the claw in the arcade game where you get the chocolates
You know what?
out?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, nice.
Except it's a bit more bladey. So you get to the end of the strawberry and you just push down on the strawberry and then it lifts the leaf off.
Yeah.
And
see, when it was fruit, I didn't know, but related to chocolate, I'm with you. Yeah.
and it got used once before we went back to just chopping off the leaves with a knife.
Yeah.
Because it would get caught in there. You couldn't wash it properly. And it was just that dumb. And my only other one was I saw...
Well, just back onto that one, firstly. Like, how many strawberries are you cutting a day for you to go, we are just wasting too much time cutting strawberries? There must be an easier way.
And there's too much wastage of these strawberries.
Yeah.
We need
That's
to
the
start-
ultimate infomercial. There must be an easier way.
Well, with 2 kids, they can't get enough of those strawberries.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I am
good
getting
point.
a bit of them.
Yeah.
And then the other one that I bought was, and I've been advertised it a lot, and I gave in stupidly, with the wallets, like the metal wallets that hold your cards in, and you kind of you almost push down on a lighter. And then the cards pop up, and they pop up in like a
I can
even
see
way.
you being intrigued by that little gizmo boy
Yeah,
over
it's
there.
a bit of a gizmo,
Yeah.
and as you pop up, the cards pop up evenly and in like a smooth looking way,
Yeah.
and you go, "That looks cool." I never took it out of its packet.
Well, I was going to say, I'm surprised because you would be huge on, obviously, the cards being on your phone. You're so advanced in that way that I'm surprised you bought technically a wallet, even though it's the cool style of
Card
it. that
holder
got you.
thing. Oh, it's so dumb. But anyway, yeah. Have you got any examples of just what were you thinking?
Yeah, well, I'm with you because I used to. I was back in, probably before your time when infomercials, like we just touched on, that was the version of, sitting at night and getting ads on Instagram and stuff. I was a victim of that as well as now. Like, I just
Great.
will scroll at night if I can't get to sleep, and then you just next couple of weeks later something turns up in the mail and I'm like, fuck, I don't even remember buying that. Like, and one of them when I was at my old place, a place you haven't seen before, I lived in St Kilda, and I just bought these. They were 3 sticky balls that were you'd throw them on the ceiling and they stick for a second and come down. So it's like you're juggling. And I used to be into juggling a bit, and you throw them up, it sticks, you catch it. It just looked like it was like an exercise while you're in bed. You can just do it. It's like good for hand-eye coordination, whatever. It just looked fun.
So it would just drop randomly.
Yeah, but if you did it and timed it properly, it would just sort of look cool. And if you filmed it, it's like it was in reverse. It would come back down, sort of thing, and then whatever. Anyway,
Don't try and sell it to
yeah, trust me, you're not going to be interested once I finish. So I got these things. I'm like, oh, sweet. I go in my room and I just go, boom, boom, boom. They stuck there, and they were there for about 4 years. And they were like greeny blue colour. So people would come in my room and just go, because it looked like mold or something. They're like, what the fuck's that? And I'm like, can we not talk about it? Just trust me. It's not worth the conversation.
Once they come down, great juggling act.
I never got to see him come down.
Yeah, good.
Everyone's done this. It's some sort of exercise equipment that within a week just becomes something to hang your clothes on.
Yeah.
But
Slide under the bed.
As when I first started doing stand-up, I used to do a lot of one-liners. And they become harder and harder to do as I was telling stories. And I had this idea where I could bring them back. So I would tell like 10 minutes of normal gags and then say, well, it's time for the one-liners. And I'd pull out a guitar and just start going dun, 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 dun. And I would do the one-liners while I'm playing the guitar as to break things up. And my idea was the start of Red Hot Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge. Dun, 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 and that over and over and over again. So while nice simple tune, how hard can it be? And I'll just do the one-liners. So I went and bought this guitar. I reckon an hour in, I nearly had a nervous breakdown. I was fucking, my fingers couldn't even.
I was going to say, can you play guitar?
No, I was but I thought I'll learn. I thought, how hard can it be? I don't have to learn. I don't have to learn everything. I'm not going on
you just
tour
want
with
that one song,
with Metallica. I'm just not
it's
even the
one-
whole song. Just that first 10 seconds
that's
over
great.
and over and over again. And Tam would just pop out. I said, don't, fucking don't. And I was watching the YouTube videos. My fingers. They couldn't even reach the.
I don't think I'm
even know
built
what
for
those
that
things are called. That's how bad it was.
The strings.
So we had a all your fancy band talk. So we had as a lot of houses do. We had like a manhole that you could put things up.
No,
And we had it was back when we were living in Footscray, this tiny little house, and I said, look, I'm just going to pop it up there. I'm going to give it 2 weeks. I needed to settle. Get my head straight.
angry. 2 weeks off.
And I'm going to come back, and I bet I'll be better for it. Anyway, it sat up there for about probably 2 years. Never touched it. And as we sold the house, packing up the last stuff. Tam said, "You're going to grab your guitar?" And I said, "Nah, fuck it.
Leave it.
Guitar can stay there." So,
We'll throw in a guitar to the new owners.
Yeah, someone bought a house in Footscray with a very unused guitar.
Well, I think you could have
What a
sold
perk.
that on Facebook Marketplace and say it actually has not played a song yet.
Yeah, good.
Alrighty, so here's one for you. Interesting, and you guys, you might be all over this. I might be Sandra Sully with the late news here, but I was talking to a friend of mine recently, and he recently single, was with his partner for about 15 years, separated. He's back out in the single scene, and he said things have changed. So he's using the dating apps for the first time. He said things are happening a lot quicker. It's a lot easier these days. And so he's gone out on this date. They've hit it off, gone back to her place, and just having a chat in the kitchen. And she said, "I've got to go I just got to go grab something from the laundry," and gone to the laundry, and she's just started screaming. Help, 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 please help me. Help me.
As into someone outside.
No,
There's a man in my house.
no, it was...
He put it on his machete and said, "What's the problem?"
So help, help, help. And so he ran in, and she had a top-loader washing machine and was completely, half her body was jammed headfirst into the top-loader washing machine.
What the
How
fuck?
has she done that?
And he said, "What?" He goes, "What the fuck?" And she's going, "Help, help, help." So he's grabbed her, and this is going to sound like it's made up. He's grabbed her and yanked her out, and she's come out really easy. And she just sort of looked like she was sort of just looking at the ground. And he goes, "What the fuck was that about?" And she goes, I'm sorry, I've fucked up." And she goes, "What?" And she goes, "I thought," and she went on to explain about this new porn genre called Stuck, where
No.
not a word of a lie. And I actually haven't looked it up. I'm sure we can after this. But it's a
Gather
thing,
around.
it's a thing now where people are pretending to be stuck, and that's sort of the kink, that the person who's meant to be helping them ends up just
Having their way with them.
having their way with them.
Wait,
Oh.
what about the times where it's not the king?
Yeah. When-
The
when did this
99% of the time when it's going to be a misunderstanding.
When did this
Yeah.
first come about?
Yeah. How many misunderstandings are there? And
What the fuck are you doing?
So she's stuck in the washing machine. He just
Helps.
takes advantage, enters her.
yeah,
Then he yells out, "I'm actually stuck."
it's
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a thing, and yeah, it's mind blowing, and it just makes you think. Yeah, how many you would want to be 1,000% sure?
Oh, absolutely.
Like imagine. Yeah, even like working for the SES or something. You know, you're like you're rocking up to house fires. Help! Oh, yeah, fuck. Here we go.
Like
Yeah.
when
There's a
Stuart Diver was trapped under the landslide for 10 days. You finally get in there, and then someone just starts fucking it.
Yeah. Help! My cat's stuck in the tree. I'm not helping that cat. It wants me to fuck it. That cat.
Kinky little bastard.
Leave it up there. Dirty cat.
But apparently, stuck. It's a big thing at the moment.
Wow.
Hell.
Yeah, so it's happening with couples quite often. Yeah, it's married couples wanting to, just on a Sunday arvo, things are going normal. All of a sudden, help!
hang
And
on.
she's like, stuck out of the. Oh,
Sorry to interrupt you, mate. My hand's just sort of caught in the mug over here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll turn the cameras on. On our flip side, if you're at the gym, Kinne goes to the gym a bit. You're caught on. You're trying to get your maximum bloody bench press out, and it comes down. It's trapped, and you're screaming for help.
Don't yell out you're stuck.
Oh, the bloody personal trainer might come and put his balls in your mouth. Yeah.
That is genuinely. Next time you hear someone screaming for help, don't just think it could be the one thing.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
just
the worst part of it. Like
just
someone
take the
trapped in
blinkers
a
off.
fire. Help, help, help. Oh, someone wants to be
Okay.
fucked over there.
yeah, oh, look at this!
Christ.
Look at this little hornbag caught up in the.
Foot caught in a door.
Set fire to her own living room. She must be really toey. Yeah, good. Hey there, it's Troy Kinne here. Thanks so much for watching that episode all the way through. Very impressive, although let's be honest, it was a very short episode. Don't get cocky. Sometimes in the studio, there's a lot of people booked in and we can only record for a short amount of time. Sometimes we get lots of time, so it's not really up to us. If anyone is watching who doesn't necessarily listen to the podcast, feel free to go in the link in this description at the bottom of the video, and then you can follow and subscribe to our podcast. Cost you nothing, or just search Yeah Good wherever you find your podcast. And please, pass it along to anyone else who you think might want to listen to some drivel while they're driving along their car. Other than that, thanks so much for listening, watching, and I hope you keep doing so. I'm going to stop this video now because I'm on tippy toes to reach the fucking thing. Yeah, good!